think I'm positive actually it was your brother Eric who said one of the most. I think Twitter's kind of a cesspool. He said one of the most profound things, and I think it's a litmus test for an ideologue, and that is if there is a conflict between facts, and I know that I'm not getting this right, so excuse me, Eric. If there's a conflict between the facts of biology and if that conflicts with something in gender studies, on which side you defer?
Yeah, it was if there is a question that impinges on gender differences, who do you trust to adjudicate it? The
Right. And
biological scientists or the gender studies folks? And it was a poll.
it was a poll, and
The results of the poll were staggering. Now, it's not a scientific poll, obviously, because he's asking a subset that isn't random, but it was
It's a
something,
Twitter poll.
yeah, it was 98%. And, you know, he did ask that people broadcast it into other filter bubbles, so he tried to get away from
I
some
think
of
it
the
may have
bias.
ended up 95-5, but it was something 95% biology, 5% gender studies, maybe as much as 98 too. But the replies to the poll made it look like the people who were yelling on Twitter as opposed to voting anonymously, the people who were yelling made it look like you'd be crazy to believe the biologist.
So it was like 50-50 in the comments, but the poll was like 95 or 98 to the remainder, depending upon which of those it was. So anyway, the idea is there's something very different that unfolds when you're privately voting and when you are publicly discussing your reasoning. Those two things do not look alike, and that should tell us something.